Now we're going to go over putting the suit on. It's very important not to overstretch certain parts of the suit. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to put both legs in through the suit, grab by the edges and wiggle it up, getting it up to the legs. Once you get to the hips, you're going to start finding a little resistance. This is the very important part where you don't just pull it. Stick your fingers on each side of the hips, your thumbs down, and wiggle and get it up over the hips to the waist so it's nice and tight and high up into the groin area. Now that we have it nice and high up onto the waist and into the groin area, take the hand, just like you would a pair of socks, roll it up, stick your hand, or in this case your stub, through. See how my fingers are rolled up around it? This provides a little bit of extra to be able to pull the suit up and wiggling it around to get it up onto the shoulder. Now it doesn't have to be in a perfect spot yet. It's up on the shoulder in general. And we're going to repeat that process. You're going to take your hand, put it through the armhole. You can wiggle it in or grab it and bunch it up and pull it up and get it all the way up on top of the shoulder. Now that we're on top of the shoulder, you see how I had it bunched up and I'm kind of unrolling it onto it. You don't need to pull it straight up. Kind of just let it flow to the body. Now you're going to reach around to the back and grab this lanyard. You can just pull straight up, or you can reach around with your other hand, put your thumb in the loop, pull that down while pulling this lanyard up, and it will zip up the suit. Taking the magnet, placing it on the base of the zipper where the plate is so that the lanyard is not bouncing around while you exercise. Now you might need to do a few little adjustments to make sure that the electrodes are in the proper place. Wiggle them around, make sure that the tricep, bicep, pecs, abdomens are where they need to be. One of the things we found is a lot of people will say it's hard to zip up. What is usually the problem there is you have it too low on the shoulders, so when you try to zip it up, you can see that it's spread too far apart. So you want to make sure that you get this nice and tight, get it up on high on the shoulders as you can. As you see, if it's low on the shoulders, there's a wide spread, versus if you wiggle it up and make sure that it's on the shoulders good, it closes the distance and it makes it much easier to zip up. Remember, there's a few things. You do not want to take your fingers, grab the suit and pull it up. This will cause the cables to come out from the electrodes. So don't just pull it. The whole idea is to wiggle and adjust the suit with some light tension, pulling it up and moving it around and wiggling it to where it needs to be. Do not just grab it and pull it, wiggle it. Get your wiggle on. Earlier when we were talking about the sizing of the suit and picking the right size, meaning that you have to fit it to the largest part of the body. As you can see, this mannequin's wearing a large suit, but here in the waist, he's obviously fitter than me. There's a lot of gap in here. He's actually a medium in the waist, but a large here. So the suit doesn't fit properly. We have to make sure these electrodes are touching the skin tightly. In this example, we can use a simple Velcro belt that wraps around the waist. Get it nice and tight, and that will push the electrodes to the skin and hold them in place to make sure you have good connectivity. Now what we've done here for the lower back is the same thing you're going to do if it's not fitting in the legs, the glutes, or anywhere like that. It may not necessarily be a belt. It could be a simple compression shirt over the top or compression shorts over the bottom of it to keep the electrodes in place. Now we're going to go over taking the suit off. Again, we do not want to overstretch the suit. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to grab the lanyard and pull it down all the way as far as it'll go. Then you're going to take one hand, cross it a body, pull it off the shoulder, the other one off of the other shoulder, and let it fall straight down, nice and gently. See how it's kind of rolling or peeling like a banana. Now what I do is I take my thumbs and I put them into the sides of the hips, and you can feel the hip clip plate right here where I'm wiggling my fingers on the right. Put my thumb in there, I can feel the clip, and on the other side, hook it in and just wiggle it off the hips. until it gets down. And then I highly recommend at this point sitting down and sliding them off your feet. And now you're done and the suit is off. Now you can either hang it up to dry or prepare it for the washing with the washing instructions that we provided.